All right. I was speaking with Virginia Dean in her home. Virginia's done the polar bear dip out here on the Maumee River for the previous 30 years, but was unable to do it this year. But she agreed to talk to me for a couple of minutes about how it was. So 30 years ago, what made you do this?
31 years ago, our neighbor, Herb Miracle, who started the whole thing, did his dip. He came out of the water and he said, "Aren't any of you guys going to join me? You're all a bunch of chickens." And so my neighbor, Paula Cease, and I said, "Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, we'll go in next year." So having committed ourselves in the presence of others, we started doing it.
You have to do it. Once everybody hears it, you have to do it.
And what we found is that it's absolutely exhilarating. It feels so good.
Now, the first year you did it, because we were just talking to somebody off camera who the first year they did it was like 50 degrees, and they thought, no big deal. First year you did it, how was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was an ordinary winter day.
Yeah. So it was fairly cold, and the river's always cold at this time of year.
And each year the conditions are totally different. I mean, there have been years when my husband and Herb's son-in-law went down and chopped a hole in the ice so we could dip. Yeah.
and nothing deterred you in those 30 years, not even the ice?
And we, in that instance, we held hands for security.
Sure.
And then we all just dipped together. There have been other instances where there was ice floating down the river. The upriver ice had broken and was coming through. And that time, I noticed after I got home that my legs felt kind of bumpy, and my legs were totally bruised by all this floating ice. But the interesting thing is that the bruises never became sore. I think because of the cold water.
Because of the cold, yeah. Wow, that is interesting. Yeah.
And then there have been other times when we had a big hole where a lot of people could go in, and the ice was popping up from underneath, from upriver. So every year is different.